Gentlewoman yields back. Now recognize the gentleman from Illinois for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman Fitzgerald. Everyone agrees that the rise in on-demand digital streaming has transformed and changed the media and entertainment industry. But while the industry has been transformed, our goal remains the same: enforce antitrust laws and ensure an open, competitive market that protects workers, consumers, allows new entrants, and promotes creativity and free speech. Mr. Wood, thank you for being here today. Netflix and Warner Brothers argue that the industry has changed so much that the relevant market includes other forms of digital media, including social media. Are you skeptical of that definition?
I'm listening, but I am skeptical, yes. As Dr. Yoon was saying, I mean, that is really the entire question here and the entire ballgame. And the question is not just will people switch to a different source, but will that behavior discipline the ability of the merging entities to raise prices or reduce output? And so there's a couple different questions. There's lots of different metrics. I think asking about all of those metrics is valid, and that's really the job that we need the antitrust enforcers to do very carefully.
Thank you. Another important goal of antitrust enforcement is protecting workers from anti-competitive and abusive practices, of course. This deal is just the latest in a series of mega mergers in the entertainment industry. Every time the companies promise to protect workers, every time they betray workers. After Disney, for example, acquired Fox, 4,000 jobs were lost. In the years after the AT&T Time Warner merger, 77,000 workers were laid off. And since merging with Skydance only months ago, Paramount has already laid off 1,000 workers and promised to lay off thousands more in the coming months. Mr. Wood, given this history, are you concerned that additional consolidation in this industry will harm workers through widespread layoffs, reduced compensation, and other anti-competitive practices?
Yes, thank you, Congressman. We are very concerned, and as you said, that's the track record, and I think that's the design of these deals, is to reduce the headcount, and that's how companies make a lot of the money that they can, in addition to being able to raise prices when they face less competition. I think it was suggested earlier that antitrust should not be concerned with labor issues. I don't think that's true. I don't know that it historically has been enough, but there are courts that agree that labor issues are very much the province of antitrust law. And so we hope that the analysis will take that into account as well as it's not exactly the same as a typical labor market maybe, but the creators, the artists who are putting these products out there, it's almost a shame to call them products. I mean, they are not employees of these companies, but they also would face reduced opportunities for places to find their work made and put on screen if these mergers go through and if the number of films made continues to dwindle.
Thank you. My criticism of the Netflix deal is not an endorsement of the offer by Paramount, a company that's controlled by right-wing oligarch Larry Ellison and his son David. The Ellisons are already doing Trump's bidding at CBS by installing right-wing ideologues who are swaying the network's content in favor of this administration in a very, very clear way. And now they're telling Trump that if Paramount buys Warner Brothers, they'll turn CNN into a Trump news network. Mr. Wood, are you concerned about the possibility of viewpoint discrimination at CNN if Trump blocks the Netflix deal and gives the green light to Paramount?
I think you said it well, Congressman. If the new owners of CBS want to install a more right-leaning newsroom and change their viewpoint, that's their prerogative. The problem is when they're doing that, not only at the president's request, but with the threat that their merger won't be approved unless they do so. So that's the really chilling element here. Companies, of course, have a right to change their politics, change their coverage, change their newsrooms, but when it's not only at the government's request, but under threat from the government of withholding of benefits or some other kind of regulatory action, we've seen this at the FCC many times, investigations launched that sort of magically disappeared once companies made concessions. And that's the kind of interference, not only in the antitrust process, but with the First Amendment that gravely concerns us.
And that's the warning about greater consolidation in the industry. Thank you. I yield back, Mr. Chair.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from New York is recognized for UC requests.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record an article from the Progressive Newswire entitled Press Freedom Groups Tell FCC Media Consolidation Poses Grave Threat to Independent News and Information in the
Without
United
objection.
States. And I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record prepared statement for the record of Cinema United.
Without objection.